Good morrow, my dear strangers. Welcome to the eclectic channel in Brenda's crafty-handed world. Today I have another quick Easter upcycle project for you. This time, I'm going to refinish this plain and a bit cheesy eggshell pot cover I found in a cheap store. And while there, I also picked up this little stand I thought might fit with this project. So let's get started. After cleaning the pot, I applied a bonding primer with a sponge, kind of in a dabbing and stippling motion for smoother surface. I covered the whole pot inside and out with 2 coats for full coverage, letting the first one dry before applying the second coat. I learned it's so much easier in the long run to use a primer before jumping ahead into painting. The paint sticks much better and you have no coverage problems. But sometimes even I am too impatient and start painting before I know it. I'm not planning to use the pot for real plants and have water standing inside, so I don't have to worry about sealing the paint. A while ago, I bought these gorgeous IOD Crockery Stamps, and I decided to use one to decorate this pot. Don't be afraid to pull, the stamps are quite durable. I'm rolling out about 3/8 of an inch thin sheet of do and dry air dry clay with the glass I had at hand. Then I press the stamp into the clay to make an imprint. And I cut the label out with my paint knife. To attach the label to the pot, I'm using a heavy body gel. It sticks well and is flexible and paintable. I did my best to place it somewhere in the center front, though it's hard to say. You could easily leave it like this, but for some reason it didn't feel right to me, and I had to blend it with the pot a little bit more. So I smoothed the edges out with my paint knife and then rolled them out thinner with the glass. Then I reshaped the edges back with a paint knife. I love the French country look. That's why I decided to paint the whole pot with original white chalk paint. It's not a pure white color and has a vintage feel to it that I like. I'm applying the paint with a brush in a crisscross manner to get more texture. When the paint was drying, I went through my stencils looking for a cute but not overpowering pattern, and I found this small Flowers stencil from Stamperia. And for even more country look, I selected any Svenska Blue chalk paint, which is a very nice muted shade of grayish blue. And of course, I stirred it well before use. To apply the paint, I'm using a little makeup sponge to dab the paint through the stencil. I'm bending and moving the stencil around to get the flowers evenly all over the surface. And finally, I filled the small empty spaces with the little dots. The little stand I got seemed rough enough for the paint to stick to. But if you are not as impatient as me, it's always a good idea to use a bonding primer first. But I got lucky this time. I applied 2 coats of Svenska Blue chalk paint. It stuck well, and I got pretty good coverage. And while my stand was drying, I tried to bring out more of the details in the label design with Svenska Blue wash. I watered down a little bit of paint, brushed it over the label, and immediately dabbed the excess off with a paper towel. Thank you for still being here with me. If you enjoy my little videos, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to support me, you can always buy me a coffee or become my Patreon. I just love the weathered stain effect I got. To make the text on the label stand out even more, I will lightly dry brush it with original white chalk paint. The next day, when the paint was dry and cured, I brushed the whole pot with any Sloan's clear furniture wax. And buffed off the excess with a lint-free cloth. A microfiber cloth is great for that if you have one. And I finished the little blue stand the same way. Well, now it's time to decorate. The beginning of spring always brings a bunch of assorted moths into my garden. So I went for a short walk to harvest some. These are very easy to pick. They peel from the ground lightly with minimal dirt. I think I like the fuzzy one better. It has more character. I filled the whole pot with it, creating a soft bed for some Easter eggs. You can use any eggs you like. I had these matching blue spotted eggs that I thought were just perfect. I completed the arrangement with a little bunny and was done. This is definitely much more my style than glossy iridescent pink. What do you think? Would you add some chipping and distressing to the pot? Write me in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this short Easter remake. Please like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss my future endeavors. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.